Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. At this channel, you have no idea. We work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most productive way possible. So Mercury has moved into the shadow phase of retrograde, and it will affect water signs, and that's you and me. And oh my gosh, it really has. And so that's just something to start having a little heads up on. Don't want you to be worried about it, but I do think that you will want to slow down. You will want to double check your work. You will want to revisit paperwork and say, wow, did I cross all my T's and dot all my I's and that kind of thing for the next month and a half. So let's go ahead and get started here. Scorpio, you have been going through something, and this is our little conversation starter from Spirit. We have really lovely energy of the Fool. He is getting ready to step off, like really step off. I really want to hold this up so you can get a good look at that. Look, he is just, I got this. He's carrying the bricks. He's like, I don't care, like the paint spilled, but it became a whole new scene, right? He's leaving like this construction area, and he's stepping into the new life that is a beautiful panoramic view of love and beauty and spirit and joy and nature, and so it looks really, really good. And so I really like the way that looks. I think I have you tilted down just a bit far, and it's hard to get a good, clear picture, so we'll play with that a little bit. I'm sorry about that. But I have had to redo so many videos that hopefully we can just leave that and you will be like, oh, okay, Mercury retrograde is getting her already. So we walk into this week with the moon in your first house, right? Your first house of yourself, of how you interact with the world and how the world meets you. And you're being asked to find the beauty. And isn't that what that Fool is doing? He's finding the beauty and the joy, even though he's up there above everybody, high above the world. He sees the gorgeousness below, and he just steps into it, right? And so you're being asked to really take a look at what is beautiful in your life. The Fool is the 0. It is the start. It's the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, and you're being asked to dream big. Let go of the small thoughts about yourself and see yourself succeeding. And talk about being able to see yourself succeeding and letting go of small thoughts. If you think you can just step off of a high rise into a beautiful scene like that, that is self-confidence. And that is what you should be embracing moving through the next phase of your life, because there's definitely, there was that whole ending and things were just culminating, and you've been working hard, Scorpio, and now you have this beautiful new beginning, and it's going to be a testament to your resilience. But it's really important. This is really important. Okay, so you have this resilience when this moon moves into Sagittarius, and that'll be in your second house of your self-esteem and your self-worth and your self-value. And I want you to seek the wisdom of the lessons that you have learned. The things that came together while you were going through this big transformation. And this year is a year of increased transformation for you. It really is. It's about falling in love with yourself. That is what this year is really about for you, Scorpio. And it's about healing the wounds and just accepting yourself and loving yourself, and remembering that no matter what seems like it's been thrown away, there's beauty in it, and there's resilience, and that's you. You're strong and you're resilient, and you can grow and you can reach for that wisdom. And don't forget to be grateful. Forget to be grateful for the lessons, and they were hard lessons. Scorpio, you had some deep, transformative, difficult lessons for the last whatever. It's been a while, right? So remember to be grateful for the hard lessons, because that's where the growth happens. When we're grateful, when we have the hard lessons, that's the ones we remember. That's the ones that really stick with us, right? And that's where the growth happens. And so just like this plant here that definitely looks like it's had a hard time, look, all of a sudden it's springing up and there's all kinds of growth. And so that's you, Scorpio. So remember to be grateful for that. And you are being asked to clear the past and heal the present and enjoy the journey. Well, he definitely looks like he's enjoying his journey, and this is that healing, right? This is forgiving yourself. This is forgiving others. This is letting go of the past, and he's definitely doing that, right? He's stepping out of the hard work, the construction zone into the peaceful serenity, new life, right? And so enjoy the journey. Enjoy where you're going. Find the joy in, look. Is that a fox? Okay, so that is a fox. And I always actually kind of associate the fox with Scorpio. They're clever like that. And they're not everybody sees them. I was driving home the other night, and in the moonlight at the side of the road was the first time I had seen a fox that was not dead on the side of the road. It was the first live fox I've ever seen in my life, and I live in the country. So they kind of stick to the shadows, and they're smart, and they're clever, and they're survivors. And that's kind of like what I think of Scorpio. You guys are very clever, and you don't show all your cards, and you do play that way, and you're being asked to enjoy your journey. But look, he's not in the shadows. He's out in the sunlight. And the Fool is stepping out of the construction into the bright, brilliant sunlight. And so don't be afraid to step out of the shadows and enjoy it and look for the joy and allow yourself to feel healed and rejuvenated and ready to go. And he's stepping into water, and she's reaching into the water. And so this is really, this full moon that we just had was a real opportunity for you to experience the release of all the negative energy and to find the new and the great and the beauty, right? And you are protected. I know you're feeling pretty resistant to this whole situation, but when you get to this third house of communication, I know you're worried about letting people in, right? Letting them really know you. You're kind of resistant to it in that third house of communication. It makes you nervous. Like, I don't want to tell too many people too many things, because are they going to use it against me? How is that going to hurt me? And so there's this nervousness about giving too much away, but you are protected. And if you're worried about finances, the suggestion here is to squirrel your savings. It says small savings, little by little. A bank account for your dreams allows you to prosper in the near future. So it's safe to go ahead. You are protected. I know you're feeling a little nervous about the situation, but you're protected, and little by little, taking little steps or taking a great big giant step. You are going to be okay. This looks really good, and you're clever like the fox, and you will figure things out. See how the fox is like, he's got a map out. I don't know if you can tell that. He's going to figure out the best way forward. So you're clever like that. You can do that. So don't be afraid to take that first step onto the journey of where you're going. Wow, what was that? Like, I couldn't even shuffle the cards. Oh, God. Okay, so I was looking at this card. I was focusing on this, and I got confused. So this is surrendering. This is surrendering to your higher self, your higher knowledge. And this is releasing. And trust me, doesn't that look like that Fool's doing? He is surrendering to the higher knowledge. See the eagle above him? Right here? That's higher knowledge, right? He's surrendering, and he's releasing himself from the negativity and the dark and the dreary part of the past. And he's stepping out of, like, you know, kind of a monochromatic background into the beautifully super saturated, high color, vibrant future. And that's kind of where you're at, Scorpio, in your journey. That's kind of what it's looking like from here. Oh my gosh. Victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. It is the Omega. Okay, so the Omega is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, right? Because when one cycle, it's a circle. When one cycle ends, a new one begins. Omega is not a circle, but there's a circle behind this unicorn. So you have victoriously ended a cycle. It may not feel like it, but I kind of hope that you can see that you really are winning, because you're figuring things out. You're getting somewhere. That was a really, really tough cycle, and the fact that you were able to get through it at all, you should pat yourself on the back. And now I feel like you're standing there like going, okay, I'm ready to move forward. I've got places to go. I've got things to do. I have these big dreams. You know, that full moon was in your 11th house of groups, social activities, and how you're viewed. But I think that you were like, okay, you know, I'm kind of done with that part that where I was worried about what everybody else thinks about me, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to live my life, and I'm going to do the things that I need to do for me. And now you just need to figure it out, and you need to put some fun in your life. Because you got watermelon. It says, have fun with your inner child. And he definitely looks like he's set for some fun. And you guys deserve some fun. You've had such a long, rough ride here. So I'm excited for you, Scorpio. I am going to remind you that next week we do go into Mercury retrograde. So just don't drive too fast. Pay attention to the little details. That's all. And you'll be fine if you're not recording videos. Okay. It's in Pisces. I have a Pisces moon. So there you go, right? Okay, so you guys have a great week. It looks really good. It looks like you're stepping off into a new and better adventure. Just, you know, use your cleverness and figure out how to do it, all right? And I will see you back here next week. You take care.